question about a condition set by Kootenai County for the approval of a subdivision, which was to gate public right-of-way. As the board knows, Title 40, Chapter 23 doesn't allow us to gate public right-of-way, and I think the county has been told that. So what happens when a condition of approval fails is it has to go back to the county commissioners to re-examine their conditions of approval. But I think that tonight you have an item where they'd like to present to you and explain to you why they requested that the public right-of-way be gated. Commissioner Fountain asked me if this precludes them from having a gated community, and the answer to that, Commissioner Fountain, is no, they can still look at a gated community. It just becomes a private community as opposed to public roads. So, who in the group wishes to present on this matter? Cheryl was the one who requested it.
Speak on the matter?
To speak to the matter, to the presentation to the board.
So you want the primary person who's,
The person who requested to have it on their board, how much time is the board giving this agenda item? Typically you give 15 to 30 minutes.
And I think that's fine, and it's up to you how you want to do that. If you want to have one person just basically do the whole thing, present your whole
No.
points of view,
No.
or if you want to have several individuals at 2 to 3 minutes each, that's fine also. But we'd
Please.
like to limit that to no more than 30 minutes total.
okay.
We got other stuff on our agenda that we got to handle.
And
That sound fair? If
Okay.
you want to speak, let
You go
Attorney
first,
Weeks
though.
know who you are. You need to go to the podium, give your name and address
So
for the record.
since Ms. Puckett asked to have it on the agenda, we'll let her designate the first speaker.
Mike Lee.
I guess that's me. Oops, sorry.
And if you'll state your name and your address for the record so we have it for the minutes, please, sir.
Great, my name is Mike Lee, Post Office Box 711 in Bayview, Idaho. And at first I'd like to apologize for all the mean things I'm going to say to you, because this is really a very heated and emotional issue along with what we feel to be, so anyway, here we go.
Just don't pick on the staff. If you got something mean to say, you can send it to me.
Okay, well, I think I pretty much did it on my thing, but I'm here today to address the Fur Avenue thoroughfare and its potential impact on our community. I find Director Shanley's denial of our plea for a gate to be without merit due to an inherently flawed rationale that endangers the health, safety, and property values of our neighborhood. I believe this decision is not require a traffic impact study or consider an emergency maintenance only gate on Fur Avenue, ignores public and professional standards. It represents unnecessary governmental outreach by a non-elected official and relies on ordinances that either do not apply, are misrepresented, or compromised as justification for a decision that disrespects the needs of our community and violates Lakes Highway District fiduciary duty of care and loyalty towards the residents of Bayview. As elected officials, you have a fiduciary responsibility to serve the well-being of the citizens who elected you. This means ensuring that our community is safe, secure, and free from harm. Allowing a thoroughfare to be built through our neighborhood would be a violation of this responsibility. By prioritizing the needs of automobile traffic over the safety and well-being of our community, you would be failing in your duty to serve the people. It is your responsibility to ensure that any transportation projects within our community prioritize the safety and security of the residents above all else. A gate on this one egress that only works for emergency or maintenance purposes would allow for the necessary access to the subdivision while also ensuring that the rest of the town does not use our neighborhood as a bypass route. Oh, something?
Your time is up.
You gotta be kidding me. I'll get a couple more
You want to
minutes.
give him 3 minutes?
Yeah, you can have 3.
I get a little
Yeah,
extra.
he needs a little, he's a major speaker.
It's your responsibility to ensure the need security with a gate on this egress that only works for emergency or maintenance purposes would allow for the necessary access to the subdivision while also ensuring that the rest of sorry. Furthermore, it is important to consider that the bypass route would not only impact traffic safety, but it would also reduce the quality of life and diminish our property values. The increased traffic and noise pollution would disrupt our peace and quiet, and the increased traffic would decrease the value of our homes. In conclusion, I urge the board to fulfill their fiduciary responsibility to the citizens who elected them by prioritizing the safety and security and well-being of our community above all else, by requiring a traffic impact study that addresses the need for the gate for emergency and maintenance purposes only. You can ensure that our neighborhood is protected. Thank you for your time. I encourage you to consult with your legal counsel. We're fully prepared to take this to court should our petition, I'm going to go ahead and take somebody's time. Try to put this in perspective.
If we're going to have somebody giving their time up, we should make sure we make a record who gave up their time. Otherwise, you're going to have people saying, I gave my time and then testifying.
He's giving his time up. Raise your hand if you want to give your time up.
Okay, sir, your name? Your name?
Ted Bear.
Ted Bear is surrendering his time.
Philip Swing.
Philip Sween.
Margaret Nelson.
Margaret Nelson.
That you don't need any more
Just a
time.
moment, the gentleman with the red hat,
Okay,
Bob
yeah.
Prince.
and then the lady in front of him.
Edith Bishop.
And the lady next to Mr. Prince. Marie Streeter. Are you getting all those names?
Going pretty fast. What was the last one?
Streeter.
Streeter.
Marie Streeter. And the lady.
Teresa Dubay.
Teresa Dubay.
I
Anyone
think that'll
else?
do it.
That, you don't need that.
Is there anyone else who was surrendering time? So how much more time does that give him? 14 minutes.
I'm just about done. Try to put this into perspective. It's a simple gate. It's not like we're asking you to provide a safe pedestrian route down Hudson's Bay Road to Farragut State Park, or widen Cape Horn Road, or Main Street, although a crosswalk or two in town wouldn't hurt. Yes, obviously a traffic impact study is long overdue for Bayview, but all it takes to make all this go away right now is to put a gate that only opens for emergencies and maintenance. Do this, and we may be willing to ignore all the other glaring traffic safety issues that plague pedestrians and cyclists throughout our town, at least until someone gets killed. With all due respect, I'm sick of wasting my time and yours. Just give us our gate, and thank you for our consideration.